Hey, hi. Hey, Alex. Hello. Okay, we are already on time, but let's just wait a few more minutes just in case. Maybe someone from Solstack is also joining. So just a few minutes.
Ah, now it's working. Hey,
Hey. By the way, Tommy, I noticed you wrote something on the chat, but I don't see anything like a white box. So I'm not sure if I have some issue with the fonts or something like that. Not sure. Okay, probably then. Yeah, probably I'm missing the this GIF stuff, the animated emojis probably. Yeah. Okay, so it's already 3 minutes past. I'm not sure if we should still wait in a little bit more or we can just start. Maybe we have some topics, but The only thing is that we don't have anyone from the Solstack core team yet. So if you don't mind, let's just wait 2 more minutes. Then if no one from Solstack is joining, then we can go ahead ourselves. Yeah, have a quick look at the board and yeah, bring some topics to discussion if we have any. Okay?
Yep, no problem.
Good. Oh, and we have Wayne here. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great. Okay, so I think we can just get started. So yeah, I would say that yeah, welcome everyone, first of all, to this after August soul testing and release working group meeting. I hope you have been doing really well during the summertime. And yeah, we are all back here on September with the batteries charged again. So that's great, I hope. Okay, so let's just take a look to the participants. We don't have anyone new, I would say. So we have Wayne Werner from Solstack Core team. Tommy, who is also usual participant here, and then Alex and Jochen from SUSE, and also myself. So yeah, no new people to introduce today. Let's just have a quick look to the board. I haven't checked. Let me just paste the link here and see if we have something new. This is the URL. Or maybe I can even share my screen for a while.
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Yeah. Let's see if this is not crashing.
Ah, yeah, you had that problem last time, right?
Yeah, let's see, because last time it got solved somehow. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now, right?
Yeah, looks
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't crash in the meanwhile while I'm talking. Okay, so we have our epic goals.
Well, you know what? We have that one issue in doing the port batch async to master.
Yeah.
That's been there a while now, and I see that the 3 checklist items that are there are actually crossed off. Do we
But
have to do anything there, or is this completed now?
I think so. Mihai did an initial porting of the batch as in code, but the latest refactoring that we did in our site, Jochen, this has not been yet pushed. So yeah, I think that, let me just double check this ones. Because this was for the porting from develop to master, so probably, yeah, those are SRs that went to develop. Yeah, exactly. They are probably missing on master still.
Okay, should we uncheck them maybe then?
We actually have some more cards here. Wait a sec. Labels. Yeah, so definitely what I'm going to do here to clarify the card is to, sorry about that. I'm going to do a comment here. I'm going to uncheck those and I will edit this because.
I think I found it. Yeah, just a second. Oh, where did the chat go? Here. I think this is the one that is still missing, right?
Are you pasting it somewhere?
Yeah, in the Zoom chat.
How can I go to the Zoom chat now, participants?
I don't know.
Okay. The thing is that, you know what, Jochen, I think what we should do is just to close all of these, like this one, for example, and then just produce a new one PR for master, where we push our commits that we have in at OpenSUSE for all the refactor on the batching side. And then we just push the whole refactoring into a single PR because yeah, in the end, this was a work from Mihai, and Mihai was producing PRs, but then we continued working on that after. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
Even because for being able to port each one of those PRs, we will need to include tests somehow on it. Yeah, and it's a lot of refactoring. So I would, for me, it makes more sense to just, now that we have everything already done, just push that final code that we have on top of what is currently on master, and then discuss it into a single PR.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this column. Now it's not done anymore, so we can keep it in doing? Okay. So I will try to work on this, of course. Let's see if I can find some time. I have been mentioning that since long time, but let's see how this time goes. Then I'm not sure on the work about the salt toaster, the upstream test. Yeah, I do not remember exactly in which point we were. Yeah, do you know something about this, Jochen? Maybe. Let's see here.
Yeah,
Wow.
that this is still blocked because I think SaltStack wanted to discuss some the last comment. There were still no golden containers, and I don't know if that has changed, but perhaps Wayne knows something about it. Wayne, do you know if you've got golden containers now?
I do not. Pedro's usually involved with that. And he's obviously not here today.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I assume that this is still blocked by that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since we don't have today Pedro here, which is, I think, well, it's actually the one that was also involved on this one, maybe we can just keep it here and revisit this one car next time. Hopefully Pedro is joining. And we can see if there is something that we can do in order to unblock it, and if we can keep proceeding and pushing this forward.
Yeah, I can also write him in the meantime and see if he's available.
Okay, that would be awesome. Yeah. In case that you have some news on this, it would be fantastic if you can do some notes on the card at some point if you have more information, okay?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Oh, my laptop fan is start getting speed.
we can hear it.
Well, actually, right? Sorry.
But it's not it's not so bad.
Okay. We don't have much more things apart of what we had in the past. I'm not sure if there is any topic or something that any one of you wants to bring up onto this meeting. And that we do want to discuss it all together, or some questions that maybe could be clarified by people on the SaltStack side. Yeah. So please go ahead and ask. Any progress? I was working on some tests the other day for a PR, and I noticed that under the test directory and the Salt repository, we have now already a PyTest folder where some unit test has been already moved and migrated to the PyTest way. I was also playing a bit with the Nox thing to trigger the execution locally. So it's nice. It is nice. I mean, it's working fine for me.
PyTests are definitely an improvement, and that's the approach I've been taking too on the test clinic. Is just doing it the PyTest way now. So all of the new tests that I'm writing are done using PyTest, and it has been a marked improvement. I mean, part of that is just the fact that it's running fewer tests, but it is very nice to be able to, like, currently what I'm doing is actually just running the entire PyTests suite. I can't remember if I'm also running on the integration or just the unit test, but running the entire thing on all tests that I'm writing, which has been much nicer. Yeah, just it's nice because it runs like a couple seconds, and most of that is actually in the Knox part of the process. The tests themselves run in about a second and a half. So yeah, it's very nice. I know a few tests have been migrated over there. I think Cedric from libvirt has been migrating some of those tests over. Yeah, it's been good to see, and I'm optimistic for the future. One thing I do need to bring up internally was a thing that I've come across where deprecation warnings. I don't know if you've had this experience where the deprecation warnings are just like super annoying in the test output. And so what I've actually taken to do personally as I'm running tests is I set the I tell PyTest to treat all warnings as errors. And that's actually been super nice because it lets me know which things need to be upgraded ahead of time. So I'd really like for us to be doing that in our full test runs as well. That would give us a much earlier notification that things need to be removed rather than, when something that's been deprecated for a year and a half ends out missing and then everything blows up.
Yeah. So at the moment, and then are you pushing somehow for the new PRs that people are introducing? The unit test that you require, they are now forced to be using PyTest, or people is still allowed to build a one based on the run test?
I think we have actually removed run tests. You can still write tests in the old unit test style, but it's one of those things like, why would you want to? I mean, I think the only reason that would be an attractive option is if you are adding integration tests, for whatever reason, if the code that you're updating already has integration tests and you're trying to, you want to modify those, I could see that being a good use case. But otherwise, even if the tests, there aren't any tests yet for that module, it's not very difficult to get started. And then running the tests under PyTest is much, well, sure. You'll run them under PyTest anyways, but there's less boilerplate code and everything to add if you're just doing PyTest. So
I'm thinking, for example, there might be some test or test module that is implemented using the old unit test thingy, and you want to implement new tests, but yeah, of course, there are not yet, or these are not migrated to PyTest, and maybe migrate the whole thing is a bit tricky or not, maybe. So it's okay. I mean, if you just start introducing, of course, it would be nice if the people just go and make the whole file migration. But what would happen? It will be okay if we have part of the test based on unit tests, and we start building more complex tests or newer tests with the PyTest.
Yeah. At least I fully support that approach. Okay. We're not going to have everything converted to PyTest right away. And the best way to get started is just take an incremental approach. So that's what I've done. Yeah. Even if a unit test approach exists, if it's using unit tests for unit tests, then I'll just go ahead and make a PyTest version of the unit tests. And if it does have integration tests, yeah, I haven't actually come across the need for it yet. Most of everything that I have been working on has been very unit testable. And so there hasn't been any real need for making an integration test or modifying existing integration tests. So I haven't had a need, but if you did have the need to do that, then it would certainly be reasonable. I just simply haven't had the need myself.
Okay. Yeah, any other topic or announcement on your side?
Nothing really test specific, just, test clinics are happening on Tuesday and Thursday. Aside from test clinics, tomorrow we've got, tomorrow we have test clinic again. And then we have the open hour. And then I believe that registration, I'm not sure if registration is actually open, but you can go to saltconf.com. And we have a call for proposals out for speakers for SaltConf. That'll be at the end of October is when we're having a virtual SaltConf. So if you're interested, then that's definitely a thing to do. But other than that, I don't think there are any announcements.
So it's a virtual event this time, right?
Yeah, it's a one-day virtual event this year, obviously because of COVID. But hopefully that should make things more accessible to people who haven't been there before. But it should be an interesting experience.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely we will announce that also internally here, the call for participation. Yeah. Let's see what people propose if we have good talks like always this time. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. So with that, I would say that we can just wrap up now. If there is nothing else to discuss, I would say that thank you very much, everyone, for attending. See you next time in 1 month. Yeah, talk to you in the meantime. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks. Have a nice time. Bye.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.